Had a little listen to his podcast, huh?
Dude, it's educational. And besides, I've been wanting to listen to this one.
Welcome to Idling in the Impala, a podcast by and for lovers of supernatural and the fanfiction it inspires. I'm Kasey.
I'm Sandra, and we're lucky enough to be chatting with an amazingly talented artist who's also a member of our Discord community. Tsukiyo-7 on Tumblr refers to themselves as a part-time fan artist, full-time life of the party. From our online interactions with them, we agree that they are a ton of fun to be around. We're so happy they agreed to join us on the podcast to discuss supernatural and where their artistic inspiration and creativity come from. So, big thanks for joining us, and welcome to the podcast, Tsukiyo.
Hello.
Yay! Gotta say ciao.
Ciao a tutti, allora.
Oh no, I'm out of my depth already, guys. Heck.
It's okay. Just as long as the ciao got in there, we're good.
That's goodbye. It's like aloha. It's just like a hello and goodbye.
It's both. Yeah.
It's both. It's both.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's both.
I don't know if you could say, like, if you say ciao ciao, does that like mean more like goodbye? Like if you add another ciao to it? Because that's how I like usually say like bye. I go ciao ciao, like something like that.
Yeah, usually ciao ciao is goodbye.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay,
because
we're really
you just
done.
Say ciao over and over and over again.
Just reminded of that bit from Miss Congeniality with the aloha.
You know, that makes so much sense, too, because, like, when I listen to my mother talk to her family in Italy, she says, ciao, 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 like 50 million times on the phone. And then when she actually talks to people on the phone in English, it's bye-bye, 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 bye. It's like now it's ingrained. It's ingrained in there. So I
feel her so much.
Well, it's lovely to get to talk to you, Tsukiyo. We've chatted. I think we chatted once, like in our Discord a while back.
Yeah, we did a voice chat.
Yeah.
But now to get a chance
We did voice chat one time. I'm totally yapped for like half an hour about angels.
Yeah, but we love it. That's that's part of the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But we wanted to try to figure out, like, we're gonna start off with a couple questions, and then we're gonna dig into some things that you're doing currently that relates to Kasey and is very, very fun and stuff. But since it is a supernatural fan fiction podcast, we wanted to start with the question of when exactly you got into supernatural.
Okay, that's a bit of a tricky question for me.
We love those.
Because I basically grew up with supernatural. Okay, let me elaborate on that.
Yeah.
Supernatural first heard in Italy in 2007. Yeah,
okay.
In 2007. And I was 9 years old at the time.
Aww.
Yeah. I could picture Jensen's horrified face right now. We've been doing this your whole life.
So basically, there was this TV station called Rai 4 that sent all the CW shows. Especially at night. So at 10 p.m., there was always a supernatural episode. So I will snuggle up with my dad in my parents' bed and watch supernatural with him. And I did so until season 10, more or less.
Okay.
I love that.
And that's when I dropped the show entirely. Okay, so listen, I was starting to watch it at the same time the episodes came out in the US. So I started watching it in English and not with the Italian dub. My dad wasn't following anymore. And I was really excited. Can I do a little spoiler for season 10?
Yeah.
I was really excited about Dean becoming a demon. Okay, I was so ready for that. Like, every cell in my body was vibrating. And after the first 3 episodes, it was so underwhelming. I dropped the show entirely until August. I know the date. The 4th of August, 2023, when I was going completely insane about university. I had exams to stuff to study, literally zero free time. So I decided to rewatch Supernatural from the start. And
Yeah, that's the best time when you've got no time. You're like,
decided
this is
to watch through it till the end because I never saw the end. I actually didn't know how Supernatural ended at all. I had no spoilers, no idea what was going to happen at all.
Wow.
And so I watched it, and basically here I am, 3 years later, almost 3 years later. I'm completely insane. And
Yeah. When you said you didn't get any spoilers, had you totally disconnected? Like, so I'm guessing, were you a part of the fandom as you were watching? Oh, so back then you were in the fandom as well, or did you get into the fandom on your second rewatch?
I mean, 50-50 because of obviously I was a child when I started. Okay, so so social media arrived some years later, and so I was on Tumblr when I was 15, more or less. And I was in the Supernatural fandom. I was in the Super Hulock fandom and had a lot of fun with it. But I really wasn't into fanfiction and fan arts yet. I did draw in my free time, but not as much as do now. And then I disconnected myself for Tumblr. I migrated on Twitter for a while. I was in other fandoms, etc., etc., etc. So I got back when I did the second rewatch. I already had my current blog at Tsukiyo-7. So it's just a matter of switching back to my old obsession.
That's pretty amazing, though, to not have gotten spoiled at still kind of being in like Twitter and stuff like that. So
being
unless
in
you
the
were
space.
No, I was completely into K-pop hell when the finale aired, so I saw nothing.
I just got to ask from a Italian household perspective. So the fact that your dad was like, I don't know, this gets into religion a little bit. So apologies. My mom does not like anything demon-y stuff related. Are your parents sort of like, whatever flies is good, we're good with it all, it doesn't intersect, it's not a big deal kind of a situation?
My dad is an ex-policeman. So I think this kind of show was totally up his alley. And
And
actually,
that makes sense.
My mother and I have an older sister. She's 5 years older than me. They're quite religious, actually, but I think there's a big disconnect between Catholicism in Italy and how Catholicism is portrayed and seen in the US. In fact, I had lots of fun on how they portrayed Catholics in the show. Because here is not as strict. Okay, we have nut jobs, so sorry. But we have nut jobs. Then, recently, there was a case of a priest performing an exorcism in Milan in front of a venue where a metal band was playing. That kind of stuff. Really fun from my perspective. But usually people...
That's not allowed. I've looked into this. You're not allowed to do that.
But in my perspective, we're not so strict. There's a lot of superstition still here. I'm from the south of Italy, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So superstition.
Yeah.
Superstition
that's where my mom's from.
Rampant.
Yes,
we
indeed.
have a lot of pagan beliefs still in place. So... my mother, especially, really just shrugs and goes on with their day.
I think your family's from the same region that
same region, different province.
It's definitely I felt that when you were like talking about some stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah. So because my mom talked about all sorts of crazy shit that happened, like when she was little, stuff she's seen, like. She saw people like supposedly possessed and, like all these kinds of things. Like she would talk about it and just like,
My mother has this little broom made of sticks on our door because it keeps witches away.
Oh, it's like a little mini Strega broom.
Yeah, we call witches Janare. because Yanua means door in Latin and in dialect. And so they go through the door. But if they see a broom, they have to stop and count the broom's hair. So they get stuck until sunrise, and they go away with the sun.
It's like having to count the grains of sugar.
That's like
salt.
Fae, kind of like that Celtic kind of thing. That Fae have to count the grains of sugar.
Hearing
and salt.
all that kind of stuff. That's just I love that. Like the different, like how cultures have their own. Their little folk, folk legends and things, and how they come about. And I love that Supernatural like kind of pulls from all that stuff and just makes it, like tweaks it a little bit too. So that's fun.
Why couldn't we have had the broomstick counting Supernatural witches in Supernatural instead of the hats and cupcakes?
I don't know.
That feels like Wincest. I don't like that.
I don't know. Casey, did you want to ask your question?
Yeah, I did. I did want to ask a question. I'm pretty actually. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. So, can you pick? Do you have Brother Blorbo? It's okay if you don't. If you're a bi-bro or it's a different person. But like, can you pick between Sam and Dean? Do you have a favorite?
Anyone who has seen me on Discord probably knows already, given my profile picture. But I gotta admit, I'm a Sam girl. Definitely a Sam girl.
Yeah.
I had a giant crush for him growing up, from Gilmore Girls, from Jared, from Gilmore Girls, going to Supernatural, and especially Sam in Supernatural. It really influenced me. It changed my brain chemistry forever. My first ever boyfriend, if you want to call it that, when I was in middle school, was exceptionally look-alike. An exceptional look.
Wow.
Long hair.
Look at that.
The same haircut. A little mole on his face. He was a little nerdy. And I realized this a couple of years ago, actually. And I was, oh God, no. I really have a type. Oh my God.
You have a type.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have types. So that's perfectly okay. So you had seen Jared on Gilmore Girls prior to Supernatural. So was that kind of like I definitely want to watch this show? Like, did you know about him?
Absolutely no recollection whatsoever. Because I also watched like Dawson Creek, I think, and Smallville with Jensen in it. Absolute no memory of Jensen.
Right.
No memory of them.
No memory of them. Yeah. Okay.
Jared was my sweetheart.
Aw, that's very nice.
It's the hair.
Yes, because I just was reading Tsukiyo's Discord tangent about, oh my God, long hair is the hair. I can't believe you guys. Goodbye, kind of a situation. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Me and Suki are bros, man. We get it. We get it.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. You guys can have that.
Sandra's so benevolent. She's like, you can fucking have it. I want the Dean hair back.
I have a type. They're tall, nerdy, possibly play an instrument, but that's not a given. and long hair.
And would you believe my husband was none of those? He was tall when I met him, but he was none of the other things. Well, he was nerdy, I suppose.
Can you believe my latest boyfriend was none of this?
Well, sometimes you do be that way. Like my husband's into like, well, he was when I met him. I've ruined him a little bit. But he was into like pop music and like normal shit. And I was like, oh,
you got yourself a normie.
I did. And he just in the last few months cut off 21 inches of his hair to donate. So I corrupted the fuck out of him. He's got short hair again now, but he grew it out to his ass and then donated it.
That's sweet.
So
That's
I'm
sweet.
winning the battle against the normie. Yeah. But in case anybody wants an update on the Sam, it's just like 16 Sam, 23 Dean.
Yes.
Tsukiyo, since you had the break from the show, I guess, what are like just some of your overall takeaways about the show? Like, was there a really great time? Was there like, because we obviously like Demon Dean's a point of contention. What did you think about it growing up? And then like maybe when you came back to it?
actually have a lot of material about this stuff because I was commenting live on Telegram. I have a channel there with my closest friends, and I was commenting live, and I remember quite clearly, vividly, that I binged through the first 4-5 seasons so much that at some point my best friend contacted me and was like, Fede, you've been watching Supernatural for 6 hours straight. Are you okay?
Real friends check that you're not dead in front of Supernatural. That's how it do be.
I'm just really hooked. And there was actually a lot of stuff I didn't remember, but I suppose that was a given since and my general takeaway, maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I would have been happy even if the show ended with season 5, to be honest. Because it felt so complete. The ending wasn't happy in the slightest, but Supernatural is a tragedy, okay? I wasn't expecting a happy ending, and the actual ending in season 15 wasn't really that happy, maybe more bittersweet, I suppose. So I was really, really content with the Critic era. Not that I don't like the follow-up seasons, because of course I stuck until.
If it had ended at 5, we wouldn't have got the third man. And then what would we have done? What would we have done? We would never have fucking known what could have been. We wouldn't have got the hair in season 8.
Actually,
we wouldn't have got her Lucifer Sam.
Sam in season 9 is maybe the sexiest he's ever been.
Get out. Get out right now. Get out, Mazoo!
Listen,
Get out! I cannot believe
when
that.
it looks like hell warmed over, okay? when he's
yeah, did you watch 7? Did you watch 7?
When Ezekiel, whatever, was inside him and he was trapped in the chair with the pins in his brain, all tired and covered in blood. I was yeah, I like it.
Yeah, all right. Took a swift U-turn there. Yeah, all right.
They had that in 8. They had that in 8 too. 8's a really great, like, Sam, like, isn't it like when he's like...
That's when he gets himself in a loony bin. That's also a great hit.
I just watched that episode where he's in the mental hospital and he's all in white and he's just
with the dark circles.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Like a wet towel. I love him.
Yeah, you kind of just want to bundle him up and be like, it's going to be okay.
Like I said, to be honest, my impression is still the same when I was a teenager, that after season 10, the quality dropped. Not that the 8 and 9 season weren't super great, like the season prior to that, but still kind of held their ground. And after season 10, I think the overall quality kind of dropped. Was it season 11 with Amara? Okay, I really struggled through the end of season 11 and the whole of season 12 and 13. I just kept watching out of stubbornness, to be honest. I cared for them. I cared for the characters, and I wanted to see the end of it one way or another. But I really struggled because they lost the horror element almost completely, in my opinion, in the later seasons. It kind of became more like a mystery, adventure, fantasy kind of thing. There wasn't much gothic horror. Yeah. Also, it was reflected on how the colors changed through the seasons. I don't know if you ever noticed that the later seasons are so bright, so colorful.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking this the other day. I was watching. It was either Party on Garth or it was the one after Party on Garth. And I was genuinely hitting the brightness key on my laptop like, what the fuck is happening? Why is it so goddamn dark?
I got to admit, I do love the I do love the dark parts of the early seasons, and I love the way some of the stuff is shot and the boys shot in that. But then sometimes it's just nice to get a nice up close.
I'm blind as fuck.
No, but
I need
I'm saying like there's some like close-ups in some of the later seasons, like season 13. It's just like, oh my God, when they hold on Sam or they hold on Dean and it's just up close and you get to see everything. I'm like, I really enjoy those moments and I appreciate it for that because there's nothing being held back. You get to see all of it. So that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, a little bit of brightness sometimes helps on occasion when you get to see the pretty faces. But I think the thing I was thinking about too, like thoughts on the show and having it end, if it ended at season 5, do you think that, and this is just like, do you think that the show or the fandom would have been as big or gotten to the stage that it is now? Just on your thoughts.
That's a tricky question again. I really think it depends. I probably not as big as it is now. Although I think we still will be here talking about it years later because it was already a great show and had a great fandom. The creators and the actors were really involved with the fandom from the start. But I think that the fact that it ran for so long really, really helped with everything, basically. Also, because in recent years, I think there's been a sort of a revival. A lot of younger people are starting to watch Supernatural again. And probably that's also because all the ruckus the later seasons caused on social media and stuff like that. So maybe a 50-50.
Yeah, I'm always curious about that because, like, I mean, we never know, right? Like, if it had just stopped at 5, but to think that, I think you had said something too about the fact that we get a lot more time with these characters over the years. So I think that does something to the connection that we feel. That I don't know if 5 seasons would have done it, or it would. I think it would have been resonant, right? Like within us to a certain point, but not the same as like the seasons and seasons and seeing the changes and stuff that you want to like you really get upset about or like, no, this isn't a thing. I don't think this should be happening kind of a situation. But then also just living with the character for a very long time like this.
Also, because
Yeah.
I think in later season we get to see more the emotional side of the brothers, because it's not so prominent in the early seasons, or at least you have to read a lot between the lines. And in later seasons, it seems to me that we get that emotion out a little bit more. They have more outbursts. I can't English.
No outbursts. Yeah, that's good.
That's too many consonants, one after each other for me, okay? And we kind of see finally Dean expressing his anger on how unfair it was to him growing up like that. And I think that really helps understanding and connecting with the character more. So maybe we wouldn't have gotten that, and people wouldn't be as hooked on the show and the characters as they are now.
Yeah. It's just hypothetical. I'm always curious, like when we start talking about the show like that. And that's one of those things that I just always like, oh, I wonder what it would be like today, because I mean, I can't say I would have even maybe found Supernatural if it hadn't been around for as long as it was, because it was just not something I would have normally watched or gotten around to. It was because of Netflix and streaming and showing me that damn picture of Sam and Dean over and over again. I'm like, okay, I guess I should watch this show because I'm hearing about it and it's getting towards finishing. So it's interesting how different sources of where you can find media, it was very different in 2005 as opposed to like 2019, it's like, oh, this thing is on or it's getting ready to finish here. We might want to watch it. You might suggest it to watch it. And that kind of like did a thing that I don't think I would be doing back in 2010, when it was getting ready to finish, if it finished as season 5. So yeah, just it's interesting. do you have any favorite characters on the show outside of Sam and Dean that you absolutely love and that you were really upset when they were gone?
I
That feels very
really,
leading.
really loved Crowley.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
I think it was my second favorite character aside from Sam and Dean. I really, really loved him, and I was so sad for how they send him off, sort of. And
Yeah.
yeah, because that was, I don't know, felt a bit unnecessary, if I have to be honest. He could have gone with a bang in a different kind of way, but honestly, it was nice that because it followed his character arc where he was becoming, I don't know, more empathetic, more human, and so his sacrifice made sense. But I was really sad. No, why? Kill someone else.
Literally anyone else. Yeah. Like, I don't know, Mary.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me.
Oh, no. I waved the fuck you, Mary Winchester flag. Hi, I'm proud, baby. I don't like that character.
Speaking of Mary, I liked her at first. And then as the season passed, I was like, no, I can't tolerate this woman. Please stop. I don't know why, honestly, but his character just sort of stopped growing on me. Because it made sense that she wanted agency. She didn't want to be seen only just as this mother and Holy Mary kind of figure. Okay, it made sense.
We have different opinions there.
But she then started making an unfortunate sequence of bad decisions. And the whole deal with Jack and how mad they got at him, I was just like, nah, this is so no. My honest reaction was no. No.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too. I mean, we've talked about, I think for us, and I mean, I think I could speak for Kasey on this one too, that we just kind of like, when you're going to outright hurt the boy, like when the boys get hurt, it's just like, I don't want to see it. And to see like her making that distinction that yes, she was trying to like figure herself out, but in the process she had to leave them again. To see that, like that scene where like Dean just like, his face just like it's almost like Sam's like, this fucking sucks, but I didn't know her anyway. This isn't right. But then Dean getting all of that, like, no, and then stepping back.
If she just wanted an agency and she just wanted a minute to figure out what the fuck she was doing, because hey, she'd been chilling in hell for like 30 years. Not hell. She'd been chilling. She'd been dead for like 30 years. She was having a nice fucking time with her afterlife. And then boom, suddenly like now she has to pee and eat food. And like, yeah, you need a minute to like deal with that. But then she like just like starts working behind their back and everything, and fucking no.
Kasey, did you want to ask any of your show questions? Because I don't have them in here. We know Tsukiyo finished. We've got that one down. But we also know that there was that break.
But
because of season 10.
Yeah, you took a break. Hang on.
Yeah.
So yes, you finished the show, but you dipped out at 10 because of the Demon Dean.
Yeah.
Thing, which is valid. Did you feel really ripped off when they did the same fucking thing in 14 though?
With Michael, do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Again, I was so ready. Okay.
We should have known. We were going to get the rug pulled out from under us.
Well, no, because most normal people were like, no, they wouldn't do it twice, and then they did, and we were like, that's illegal.
I have a problem with bad boys, okay? And when he was possessed by Michael, you can actually see a post on my Tumblr. Someone reblogged it recently. There's this screenshot of Jensen as Michael with the leather apron and the knife.
Oh,
in his
yep.
hand. And my caption was, "I desire him carnally." Okay.
Yeah,
So-
no, that's
so-
valid. We all desire Michael Dean.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah. even more funny as an asexual, but okay.
yeah. Well, you know, there's yeah,
It's
no,
a
I get
desire
it.
of the soul, not a desire.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
And
I
then they just went and ruined it completely. Like it shouldn't be so easy to get back. Also because you did that with Soulless Sam. Okay, we get a great arc with Soulless Sam, also very sexy.
Yep. I desire him. I desire to know him
Yeah.
typically.
Yeah, but we get a whole season almost with Soulless Sam, and then
Yep.
with Demon Dean we have 3 episodes, and then okay, it's fine, we got it covered. And same thing with Michael. I'm just, why? You had a great idea for once.
Please see it through. Fucking hell.
Please, yeah, of course. See, it's true.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and he was all like, you know, Jensen was having the best time. He's like, I get to wear suits, I get my hair fancy, and it's fucking great. His little fashionista self was just like, I'm having the best time. And they're like, Jensen, it's like 4 episodes, mate. What? Yeah.
Let the man have fun. Come on.
Hey, exactly. Bless him.
So it
Okay,
was very underwhelming again.
It was frustrating. It was very frustrating. I agree. So since you took that break at a very valid point in the show,
Yeah.
so come back to season 3 with me. Mystery Spot. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you ambivalent about it? I've never met.
Absolutely love it.
Oh, what? Son of a bitch. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Actually,
No, it's fine.
Actually, I think I celebrated my 26th birthday watching Mystery Spot.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cute. Oh, I love that.
I love it. I love seeing Sam suffer.
I thought we were bros. Suki. I thought you were like a Sam girl or holding the moose, and then you're like, I just really like it when he's sad. Actually, that tracks with everything you've said this whole episode. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's my fault.
We're on different sides. I'm sorry. By the way, I really loved
It's
it
fine.
because I listened to a Jackie episode just yesterday, so I'm gonna say the same thing because it's funny and horrifying at the same time. And I love that kind of things when everything is twisted and is going insane, but everyone else around him just feels like everything is normal. And then we have the 6 months break, and he's going just down a spiral and then a spiral, and he's suffering. And I love that.
You're like, it's the best, guys.
I read major character death in fanfiction, okay? Don't come at me.
Oh, so that's a
Look at
selling
you.
point. That's a selling
Look at
point for you.
you.
If it says major character death, you're like, yes, bring that to me, please.
Yeah,
The rest of us are cringing away from that tag, going, "No, my blobbers!" And you're like, "Bring it on!"
All my favorite characters are dead. Okay, so
In that 6 months, then, do
Yeah.
you think? Because I'm trying to get a poll on this. So, do you think Sam was still in the time loop AU, and it was still just the one day? It just felt like 6 months to him, or do you think he lived those 6 months and then was sent back in time?
honestly, the impression I had upon watching it multiple times was that he actually lived those 6 months, and then the trickster just sent him back like nothing happened.
Oh,
I think he lived through the 6 months. The 6 months were real, and then they just hit the rewind button and started all over again.
Is that because you want to think of all the ways he was kicked during those 6 months? You're like, no, I want him to have lived it. I want it to be real.
Probably.
Do you think he remembers them? Do you think do you think then when he was sent back in time that it was wiped, or do you think
I think Sam
remembers
probably remembers them. I don't think Dean or anyone else does, but I think the Trickster and Sam definitely know what went down during those 6 months. And the little secret.
Did you sound less gleeful about this? Oh my god.
I assume that it's just like an a youth situation, you know, where he lives it, right? And then it just like he gets zapped back to like, but Dean, and so you're saying Dean, like, because my impression is Dean's never told about those 6 months and what it was like. Like,
yeah,
I think so too. Like you said, the secrets, they like to keep them, like to keep them with each other.
Secrets.
They do like their secrets.
They do like their secrets. No.
Did we tick them all off? I can't remember if I think that was okay. That was all. So now we're going to switch over a little bit into fan fiction and stuff like that. So when did the fan fiction part start for you? Like, when did you get into it? When did you start like, oh my gosh, I'm going to just consume? And was it supernatural to start?
No, it wasn't supernatural at the start. Actually, okay, so I was 15. So that would have been 2012, 13, something like that.
God. Oh my god. I was a parent in 2012.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. I'll just be over here having an existential crisis. Carry on.
Okay, so I was 15 and I had this best friend who is actually Italo-American. Her mom is Italo-American. It's weird, okay. Italo-American.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So she was more knowledgeable about all the stuff going on in American pop culture, okay? Because I'm completely out of the loop regarding the pop culture. And she went, first of all, you have to make a Twitter and a Tumblr. That was the start of my downfall. And then she went, do you know this website? And actually it was an Italian website, FP, written EFP, okay? And it's an Italian fanfic website. It's the main one. Okay. And she went, there are a lot of fanfiction about singers, because I started with fanfictions about singers. My friend was really to one direction, and I was really into rock music and pop punk. So I started with, I don't know, My Chemical Romance fanfiction.
Yes, that is where I started my fanfiction journey. I wrote the cringiest My Chem fanfiction.
I actually wrote some fanfiction about Muse.
Oh, I never got the hype about Muse. I'm sorry. I know they're fucking kick ass, but I was like,
no, they're just my favorite band. No biggie.
I'm sorry.
You guys are I'm sorry each other. It's so cute.
So sorry.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing about Muse, right? Okay, the music is kick-ass. Like, I am not gonna sit here and say that Muse is like not a fucking kick-ass band, right?
Yeah, I know,
but it is neither heavy enough nor angsty enough for me. If it's gonna be like, I either need it to be like fucking, double bass heavy, or I need it to be some whiny emo singer. Okay, and Muse didn't.
I feel you.
At the time, it didn't hit it for me. And now I'm too old and too set in my ways, and I'm not changing my fucking music style. And it's too late to let Muse into my heart. I'm sorry.
Honestly,
they're
considering
awesome.
my recent concert streak, I totally get you. I'm really into that emo shit. Okay, so by the way, it started with My Chemical Romance, and then I think a little bit Linkin Park and Green Day fanfiction.
Okay.
Niche, and then from there it kind of grew until someone told me about I was going to say this in Italian because in Italian it's Autri, Archive of Our Own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
AO3, it's Autri. I never had to say it in English. So
there we go. Got to say it in English today.
So someone told me about this great website with a lot of stuff on it. And I still remember the first fic I read on it. It was, can I say the title? Since from another fandom. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Conquering the Great King. It was an IQ fanfiction. The anime about volleyball players.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it was the first thing I ever read on that. And then I completely changed in fandom so over the course of years. And here I am, I suppose. When I was a teenager, actually, I didn't really read fanfiction about supernatural. I mostly started now, gotta say.
Okay.
Also because
So just like a year or so ago, like when you got back into it?
2 years ago. And I read a lot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I kind of recuperate for the last time. Also because I really love long stories. So I kind of look up for multi-chapters, 100 and 1,000 words.
Oh,
like that.
So are you a quick reader? Do you read fast?
Probably.
Okay. Okay.
Probably.
We don't know. People that read quick don't know they read quick until someone else comes along and goes, "What?"
Well, because like for me, like when you say 100,000, like I'm expecting that's going to take me like a few weeks to get through. Like if I read a little bit every day, like if I try to get through a chapter or something a night, like, and would you get through it quicker than say a few weeks if you're reading?
Probably 100,000 takes me a week at most.
Okay. Yeah, you're a quick reader.
Yeah, you see what I mean? See what I mean?
If I pace myself, mostly because I read at night before going to sleep. So I in the dark on my phone, just reading like a madman.
That's when I read as well.
But I have stuff to do in the morning. So sometimes I look at the clock and go, oh, it's past 2 a.m. Maybe I should.
Maybe I should stop.
Yeah,
I should stop now.
Actually, I have put a timer on my phone, and it turns off automatically at a certain time. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't sleep at all. Just keep on reading and reading.
When you find a fic, if it's a long fic, does it have to be completed, or will you start a long fic if it's like maybe like, I don't know, 30 chapters in and it doesn't have like a definite, like it's not done yet. You know that somebody's still writing it.
If somebody is still writing it and I really like the premise, usually I subscribe, but I wait until it's complete to start reading.
Okay.
Because I need to know it's going to be finished. I need to know. Also because I'm really forgetful, so I will probably forget to keep on reading if the fic is not finished and I have to wait for an update. I totally will forget.
So, is there a fic out now that you subscribe to a certain author and you see that they're continuing to add to a certain fic, and you're like, "Hurry up and finish already! I want to read this story."
Yeah. It was by Nixosity.
Nixosity? Yes, I was going to say, is it the retroactive that you're waiting for that to finish?
Totally.
Yes.
I'm waiting for retroactive. Yeah, totally.
Yes, I'm also waiting for that to finish. I haven't started it, but it's so fucking huge. I'm like, no, this needs to be done.
Because I love her writing. I love everything she wrote. I actually read probably everything she wrote on Outre, and then I found her on Live Journal and started reading the stuff on Live
And
Journal.
then you found all the other stuff, right? Like when we had the interview with her, we were like, "Oh wow, you've got so much more stuff we didn't even know about." And she was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay."
I actually made Live Journal like last year, just for her and another author, because I wanted to read this stuff.
I mean, I'm just getting through her stuff now. This ties into the next question of like, who are some of your favorite SPN fanfic authors? We know Nyx is one of them, but who else do you really love? I
came prepared. I made a list. Mostly because I don't remember names to save my life. Okay, so I have Nixosity, Cat Frozen.
Yes.
The problematic. I say the problematic because it's written in French.
Rings a bell vaguely.
What's some stuff that they've written, Suki?
Okay, let me.
Do you know? If you don't, that's okay.
I'm bad with names, but
it's fine.
Suki's over there like, I was not expecting follow-up questions, guys.
I was not expecting it.
What do they write? Do they write a certain pairing or ship or something like that typically? Or
I mostly read Wincest. So
okay.
Maybe that's why you
Okay.
you don't know them.
I might not know them. Yes.
The name is it's ringing a bell. It's vaguely familiar to me, so it's probably in my bookmarks somewhere. Yeah.
Who else besides the Problematique?
Okay. They wrote the Problematique wrote a crossover with the Hunger Games.
Oh.
I remember. I really liked this one. It was chess fanfic, and basically. The Winchester brothers end up in the Hunger Games, and I really loved the whole angst and suffering of it, of course.
Has that been posted recently? Or is it an older fic?
No, it's an older fic, 2012.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so the next one is Son of a Biscuit. Okay, and Old Toad Woman. She wrote some really crack case fics that are really, really liked, like the Summer Film Festival of Hell, something like that. Okay, that's one.
I know that one.
That's one. And then I have a horrible mention for real people fanfiction, if you wanna. If you wanna.
Yes. Sure.
This author called Dimple for Your Toads.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar as well.
They write horrific stories,
but it's a cute name.
It's a cute name. I really like the alternate universe stories they wrote, big dystopian element and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get. I really love angst and all the things ugly and bad.
Have you read Demonic Junkies by any chance? You should read it if you haven't. That's chock full of angst.
I started it. Okay, I didn't finish it, but I started it.
Is that because it's not finished? Because I'll forgive that. Yeah. That's okay.
So, I mean, I think we also just totally went over the fact that. So you said Wincest is something that you like to read. When did you start? When did you find that?
Okay, I kinda always have been sort of aware that the ship was there, even when I was a teenager, but I didn't really dive in. Okay, I was aware. The witch was there, completely neutral to me, as much as the Ciel, to be honest, or any other ship in the fandom. And then when I did this rewatch, okay, I completely fell into it from the start. It just really got me in a chokehold from the first season.
Yeah, that's fair.
Was there a certain episode you watched on your rewatch that you're like, okay, I'm going to try to find some fic about this? Like, was it something that spurred you to look into it? Or did you just I'm just going to go, or did you happen upon something one time and I'll give it a try?
Actually, I think it was kind of stumbling upon the tag on Outre. Honestly, when I started the rewatch, the first fanfictions I read were actually the Ciel, because why not?
Why not?
My impression was that, okay, I want to read something about supernatural. Let's go on Outre and see what's the top fic on the fandom. And of course, in the Ciel. And I started reading just like that. But after a while, maybe interacting with people on Tumblr and then looking up something new, I stumbled upon some Wincest fanfiction. And I was like, you know what? I think I really like this. I really, really like this. And never came back, basically.
Is it because it kind of leans into sort of the gothic you were talking about a lot too, the gothic feel of the first few seasons? Did that just kind of was it a natural this makes sense? I totally get this. I want to live here in all of this angst and
yeah. I think you got me pretty much figured out. Yeah, okay. Because even looking back, at the other ships, I have in other media, I sort of always look for the not the easy way out. Okay, I like when the ship is a bit conflictual. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
there needs to be some kind of suffering, some of course, some kind of suffering, like something that is on a gray area. Okay, not really black and white. I also like my characters a little bit gray, morally gray characters, morally gray stories, hence morally gray ships. That's how it works for me. And I was really drawn upon because you can deny that they have some kind of chemistry that goes beyond normal brothers. Okay. Like I said, I have an older sister. She's 5 years older than me, so more or less the same age difference that Sam and Dean have. And sometimes I would look at them in the show and go, "Okay, yeah, that's really me and my sister." And other times I'd be like, "Well,
I don't. That's not. Wait, guys, no.
It's like that doesn't seem quite brotherly."
Yeah.
But okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you mean normal siblings don't like wrestle and pin each other to the ground and then make sexually suggestive comments at each other? Right on the off?
Normal siblings don't watch their older sibling have sex through the window, okay?
Oh, right. See, I'm an only child, so I don't have these frames of reference. You see, I thought that was normal.
Well, the one thing I don't get about that scene too is like he knew what was going down, and then he decided to open up the door.
Reading.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
He saw what was going down with like the shadows and everything, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta let Dean know something's going on." Like at that point, it's like you're opening the door to whatever. You know what's going on.
It's not where it cuts, and the next thing that comes in is Dean going, "It's a beautiful act, Sammy," something like that. Yeah.
He came prepared. What can I say?
Yeah. Yes.
Look, he read something really important. This is important, life-changing. You don't know. Shut up.
Is there a moment like are you just talking about like the beginning in the pilot? Like just that like when they're like fighting each other? Because I'm trying to think of something else that happens physically with them. Like that would have that, but I mean, like right off the bat, the only thing I could think of is really the pilot. Yeah,
right off the bat, Dean's like easy tiger grin, and you're like, oh.
Since someone actually just asked me to draw from something for them about the scene, 3 things, the episode.
Oh yeah,
the whole episode is something.
Yeah.
In which Sam is drunk and he's having a meltdown about his whole situation and such. And there's the famous face grab that everyone is obsessing about, and how can you blame them? Stuff like that. I mean, also when Sam is experiencing the hallucinations by Lucifer, and there's that scene when Dean cradles his hands and says "So number 1" and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that whole sequence that was so tender and so heart-wrenching and heartwarming, and
it was just beautiful. Yeah. Like all of season 4, when Dean acts like a jealous ex over Ruby, like all of 4, and then all of 5, when he's like, "I told you though, didn't I fucking tell you this is gonna happen? I fucking told you this is gonna happen, and if you'd just like all of it." Yeah,
I always find that the one episode in season 4 about the sirens, sex and violence, the just how they decided to have Dean's siren, like the form of it be in a guy who basically is like a younger brother to him, and then that whole scene of them being caught up under it. so much going on with these boys. I mean, my goodness. Again, like I think you can take it at a lot of different levels too, of like, just how intertwined and enmeshed and all of that stuff that they've had with each other. But it doesn't take much to go that other direction. I think, if you really want to.
I think we really need to acknowledge that they have a relationship that is codependent at best. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And some elements of emotional interest. Okay. If you don't want to take it further, that's fine by me. Because it doesn't really have to be sexual in nature. We just need to acknowledge that the relationship is quite peculiar, and you can really work around it a lot. Make embellishments around it and kind of play with it however you like. Some people might not like it as a ship, but we really need to acknowledge that it's there. Okay.
I think it's odd. I think it's just very interesting once you really get into like you said, the relationship and the suffering that they're dealing with, with each other too, like throughout the 15 years. It's a lot. It's a lot. Have you written, you said you wrote some fan fiction for other stuff. Have you written anything for Supernatural? Because I haven't been able to find anything. I did a little digging, but I was like,
Unfortunately, no. The only probably full-length stuff about Supernatural I wrote was while I was role-playing a little bit. Because I really like role-playing, and I should really answer my role-play partner. Sorry.
Role-play partner. Sorry.
Here to remind you that you actually do have obligations in the real world.
Yeah.
You should answer that email.
We want to switch from fan fiction to fan art because you are an amazing artist, Tsukiyo.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing that? And when did you start going from, say, was it fan art to start, or was it other art? Give us all the details about that. Like, when did all that?
Kinda, I don't know, expected, maybe a little bit lame, but I always like drawing, since I was a kid. It started with fan art when I was a teenager. Again, the teenage years were so cool. I started with mostly anime, manga, because I wasn't good at shit at the time. Still am, actually. And I used to copy the frames from the mangas and anime. I started on paper with I found around. And then when I was 18, for my 18th birthday, my friends gave me my first very digital tablet that is the one I still use to this day, actually.
Aww,
and
nice.
That started my journey in the digital art world. I think I started it was 2016. So at the time, I was into Voltron, Legendary Defender, the one with the big robots that fight aliens.
Oh, okay.
And it just sort of went from there. And I started to build up my style. I started with a more anime-like style and slowly ended up where I am now. It's some semi-realistic, I'd say, and heavy on painting.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, when you were in school, did you really love art classes, and do you feel like did you take a lot of art classes too, or were you more like self-taught? Like, how did that stuff come about?
Actually, I think it works a little bit different for us in school compared to US, because we don't really have art class in the sense that we make art. Okay, we just study history of art.
I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the different like collabs and things you've done with different people. When did you first start to create Supernatural fan art? Like, do you remember your first one?
Okay, yeah, my first one actually was a portrait of the brothers. I did back in 2023, so pretty recent. I just took a frame from the show and decided to make a full color portrait, mostly because I need to get down the features of someone before starting to confidently draw them in different positions. So let's start with a practicing portrait. Then after that, I straight on went with Wincest.
Is that the one that like just blew everybody's brains out? Like the Lest I Burn, Set Afire by Flames, which I think is the one that I linked to.
Actually, I think the one that burned everyone's brain, if I may say so, it's the one with the kiss. Okay.
Okay.
Another red one. I really like red in my drawings.
Okay.
But
I'm just looking at the Lest I Burn one now, like, Jesus Christ. Can I just say as well, I always love pierced Winchester art, so the earrings are just fucking sending me so hard right now.
This fan art gave me so much trouble to post because it was flagged down twice, not even twice.
Boo!
And nothing. Like you can see.
Yeah, it's covered up. It's just topless.
It's just topless. My guess it was the tag with Trans Dean that got it put down.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I just felt like it. But yeah, there's no nudity whatsoever. It's just Dean's lovely face and a little bit
the back of Sam's head. And it's just lovely.
It's beautiful. What made you want to draw? Because there's, we're gonna I'll add a link to it in the document description. Like, why did you want to draw this? What came about for this one, Lest I Burn?
Actually, finding the title was really hard, but okay. I'm really into body modification. I love things and tattoos. I don't have tattoos, but I have some piercings, and I write a lot, but some piercings. And I wanted to give them to my favorite characters. Okay,
Gotcha.
And this is actually a redraw of fan art I did for another fandom. Okay.
Oh.
Some years ago, when my anatomy wasn't this good, to be honest.
This is amazing.
This is excellent.
You even got the bow legs, is what I'm so amazed by. It's like you could tell there's some bow legs and that's going on in this, and I think that's great. It's just like a little subtle thing that you did.
My legs, thank you. I'm not joking. I usually take pictures of myself as reference, so those are those are my.
Okay. Well, they're pretty feet.
They're very nice feet.
And
they're very
nice bow legs as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to give my favorite characters some tattoos and piercings because they're hot. Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought about what should I give them? Something with a meaning, something with significance, because I'm all about hidden messages and encrypting stuff in my drawings. I'm all about that. And at the time, I was studying for a bunch of exams at university. Specifically, I was doing religion and philosophy of East Asia exam, and I was studying for Korean philology exam.
Okay.
So everything was jumbled up in my brain and ended up on the skin, basically. I did a lot of research about, the prayer on Sam's back, and even the characters on Dean's chest does one come from the show. It was the fake Enochian, because it's fake Enochian. pastel and put on the ribs to make them undetectable. So I try to incorporate that. Then there is the Hammurabi Code. There's some Chinese. There's some. There's a sutra on some tights. So basically, everything I was studying at the time ends up on their skin, and really,
that's very Winchester though. To have things from different faiths, different religions, different parts of the world. Just cover all the bases. Like, can't hurt anything.
Just in case,
Yeah, literally that's it. Well, can't hurt anything. It's probably fine.
I love the Michael sword too, like the Michael sword tattoo on Dean, and then like how you can see their scars and everything, around everything that they've had. I think
I really loved Scar's continuity. I know they didn't do it in the show for budget's sake, I suppose, but the idea that if they were real people, they would be covered in scars. I really that, and trying to put them somewhere in my drawings when I can.
It's beautiful. It's just
beautiful.
It's so evocative.
Do you have a favorite, Sandra? Because I do.
On them?
On the on the drawing. Do you have a favorite?
I mean, I really like the Michael sword, but then also the tattoo around Dean's, I guess, shin or calf.
So I just kind of went with a motif that reminded me some of Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that feel to it. Yeah.
Spirals reminded me of Greek architecture. And honestly, also because the part of his body kind of felt empty with everything going on. So that, okay, it's something easy, but can mean something as well. And so I decided to go with that. A little spiral from a Greek column.
Gotcha.
No, it's really beautiful. And as well, it seems to be, and I have to say, although I've looked this up, I haven't like managed to find any definitive answers. Black bands, just solid black around like your forearms and your biceps, tends to be quite prominent in the trans community. So
actually,
like not stylized like that, but just a plain black band. Usually like one or two together. It does seem to be quite prevalent in the trans community, and I'm not 100% sure why exactly. I have tried to look, but everywhere I look, it goes, no, it's not a trans thing. It's just a I don't know. But it's quite fitting for it being a trans Dean. The more you know, the more you know. My favorite's the date on his collarbone. I like that one. I think it's cute.
Let's go Greek Latin number.
Yeah. I like that one.
It's all the Latin I studied.
It's cute.
Well, if you've learned it and you know it, you might as well use it, really, can't you?
I know so many dead languages that are absolutely useless to me, except for making fun of the spells in Supernatural.
Yeah, because you know, and you're like, that doesn't mean anything.
When they recite the spells, especially in Rowena, when Rowena recites the spells, and I'm like, okay, this is literally Google Translate Latin.
They don't have you there, Tsukiyo, to tell them this is what has to happen.
It makes sense. The words actually make sense. And are also related to what they're doing. So, but at the same time, it's a bit unnatural.
Yeah,
a lady person wouldn't say that. That's just it.
Oh, that's making me real nervous. I've got Latin in a whip that I'm working on, and now I'm concerned.
You gotta have Tsukiyo look it over.
It's only 2 words.
Okay.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, I don't know what the fuck was up with people that spoke Latin, but did they just not like their partners? There are no fucking terms of endearment in like you can't translate any modern term of endearment into Latin. I know, I've looked them all up. Fucking all of them.
A lot of people don't realize that Latin was spoken for a long period of time, okay? So like any other alive language. It changed across time. So you need a frame of reference. Are we talking about imperial time Latin, Republican time Latin, triumvir?
If you could see my face right now, I don't know.
You can actually tell a written text from which time it is by just how it's written, okay? Because it's different. Some words even change pronunciation. Important if you want to be accurate, but I don't think Supernatural wants to be accurate, so whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. I've looked up a lot of translate in the course of this fic and settled on something I was mildly happy with.
I wanted to talk a little bit about collabs you've done, because I know you did something special for Jackie for Dreamer. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, okay, so it was my first commission in the fandom.
Aww, how nice.
It was completely unexpected because my commission weren't even really open. Okay, it's just vibing on Tumblr, you know? And
Yeah.
she reached out to me about, it's a monster, Rushakata, I think. And she was like, yeah, we need this for this project for Dreamer. And I know Dreamer, love them. We really yap a lot together.
Dreamer's baby. This is why she don't get shit done. This is why she don't get shit done. Because she's either talking to me or talking to Suki. This is just shit. Like, I take partial responsibility for why she don't get shit done. You have to take another partial responsibility, Suki. I'm sorry. It's our fault.
They're like, okay, sure. If I can be honest, I don't know what possessed her to contact me about drawing an anthropomorphic monster, because what makes you believe I can draw that?
I mean,
Jackie had faith.
I have a copy of the book downstairs. So the facts speak for themselves.
Yes.
Everything I posted on Tumblr that was just the brothers, basically. It was okay, thank you for putting. I really had fun with it, especially the hands or the clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And
yep.
Also, those are my hands.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because it's really hard to find, especially hands and feet, in a specific position when you're looking for reference, okay?
Right.
Hands and feet are really hard to draw just from memory. There are so many articulations, so much going on, so much could go wrong. So this route is just, okay, I'm setting a timer on my phone and taking a picture. Thankfully, I have really big hands, so
I'm now really, because I was sitting there going, it is hard to find references of hands and feet, because I tried to find a reference of hands for you, and I had to send you two different things and be like, this is the pose with the legs, and this is what the hands are doing. But now I'm really worried that you've had to reference photos of what I commissioned.
Don't worry, I actually shoot a reference for your drawing as well.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
All right, we need to talk about that then. Let's talk about your most recent commission, Tsukiyo, which came from Kasey.
Do you want me to set up what it is, or
how about what made you reach out to Suki?
They posted, I don't know if you've seen it, Sandra, because I don't know if it's in a part of the Discord that you go in, but they posted in the fan art channel. And it was this absolutely fucking beautiful photo of Sam and Dean with a lamb. And then
I have seen that one. Yes.
Me and Dreamer, we didn't ruin it, but we invented an entire backstory for this lamb. It's a house lamb now. It's two-headed house lamb. Yeah. But it was absolutely fucking stunning. And what really drew me to it was the faces were just fucking on point. Just on point. I have been wanting fan art for my fic need since I wrote it, basically. And it's a very specific scene in the second chapter where Sam's kneeling and being, I don't want to say abused, because that's definitely not what's happening. But he's having having pain inflicted upon him for the purposes of submission. Let's leave it there. But even when I was writing, I had this really, really clear image in my head of what I wanted it to look like. And I saw the faces on that art you'd posted, and I was like, this is fucking it. This is who needs to draw this for me. This is fucking it. So I reached out to Suki. I think we talked about it on a live stream, and I was like, send me your commission stuff. I want this. So I sent over the fic, and I was like, ideally I would like a front and a back, but if you don't want to do the front because it's full frontal nude, that's totally fine. And you read it and you were like, no, the front is fine. So we set the commission, and then you posted the most hilarious fucking sketch in Discord afterwards with Sam and a teeny tiny penis. And you were like, I'm just drafting. Because you posted it and all of us were like, Suki, what the fuck? Where's his dick though? And you're like, no, I'm just drafting. And then I promised dick references and then didn't fucking deliver them. I'm very sorry.
Maybe this is bad publicity for me. Okay, then later you probably see the dick I've drawn and tell me about it. I've never really drawn genitalia before, and I've never really seen them in real life either. Okay. So I was a bit, okay, what do I do now?
Which I want to specify. I had seen the red art, which is why I said, like, ideally I want the front and back, but if you're not comfortable doing the front, that's totally fine, because the back's just like bum, and that's like, you didn't seem to have a problem with drawing bum, so I was like, okay, that's fine. So I want to stay there. Suki took this on of their own volition. I gave them an out, and they went, no, it's fine.
Up for a challenge, right? It sounds like up for a challenge, definitely.
You're gonna learn to draw everything, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Then I'm not grossed out by naked people, so that wasn't an issue for me. It was just kind of hilarious because it's coupled up with the fact that I share my room where my computer is and I work. Okay.
Oh no!
I still lives at home with us for now, hopefully. And so we share the room. We sleep in the same room. And it's a bit hard, pun not intended, trying to draw something like this without her noticing.
Yeah. No, I can see that, yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
Also because there's literally no blind spot. The computer is right in front of the rest of the room. You can hide.
Mm.
So,
oh no!
It sounds like
parents who think they have good daughters.
I can actually imagine that Tsuki was drawing it very, very tiny because of just trying to hide it. Like, that's all.
My solution this time around is that I have the penis on a different layer. So if I need,
you can enlarge it.
Yeah, but also she could just hide the layer. No. What? No, just Ken doll. Shut up.
I can make the layer invisible. So no,
right.
But
then you can also make it bigger, like whoop.
So I got the first draft because, like, what was posted in Discord was just it was just you going, I have to draw dicks. I don't know where dicks live to find references. But I got the actual first draft, and then I yelled, and then I shared it with Dreamer, and I shared it with Sandra, and literally both of them were like, the dick needs to be bigger, and I was like, yes, that is the note that I have, Tsuki.
I was initially drawn to his face because his face was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It was so stunning.
Sorry to break it to you, but I changed the face a little this time. So I'm gonna send the draft to you after this, actually, because I cleaned up the whole mess and drew. I drawn the dick, and I think it's a dick.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see.
Oh my gosh.
I really like the face I made this time. I decided to redraw it from scratch because I didn't like the first one, actually.
What didn't you like about it the first time?
The angle was a bit weird to me, and I feel like the expression was.
I was gonna say, I was wondering if you maybe did something with the expression a little bit, just based off of that.
Expression was as natural, I think, as it should have been, and I did a little deep dive into a website called Supernatural Screen Caps.
Okay.
Looking at Sam throughout the whole 6th season and looking at its face. Okay, let me see about that. His expression, his forehead, it's very expressive, and I incorporate that with his eyes and eyebrows, and I really like it a lot this time around. And also the drawing on the other side, so he's looking on the left now.
To see it,
I'm sure you're just improving on the greatness of whatever you started with, because it was absolutely amazing.
Great chest now.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Suki was so lovely. They were like, I usually find my own references, but if you have anything in mind, so I was like, wait, no, this is a specific pose. You need this. And then I just sent over a screen cap from The Third Man, where Solus is doing the pull-ups. That really, really beautiful shot where he's got his head down and there's just that one piece of hair falling over his forehead. And I was like, I desire to know him biblically, please. I sent that over and I was like, this is the face I have in mind. Do with that what you will. And I am so fucking excited to get the next draft. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good.
I can't wait to see it too. It sounds like it's going to be awesome. Now, we were talking a little bit about your saying that, like art's not really something that's more of a hobby because, schedule and kind of stuff like that. So have you ever been interested or have you participated in a Big Bang or a reverse bang?
I was starting speaking Italian, sorry. Okay. Allora.
And then.
So I really wanted to participate in the Sam Bang a while ago, but I didn't really get around it because they always happen when I have exams somehow. The only project I really took part was the Wayward Sons design.
Okay, yeah.
I think they used my art for the cover.
Okay.
Wow.
Yay.
And
nice.
I did this drawing. It was a nightmare because I am a procrastinator. Saying this, I'm so sorry. I'm a procrastinator, and I kind of bullshitted my way through the checkpoints. And
no.
I ended up doing the most of it like 6 hours before the deadline.
Wow.
It was insane because it's a full background kind of shit. Like
I'm having palpitations. Oh god, that's so close. That's so close to the deadline. Suki, please.
I know. I was in university. Okay, I brought over her laptop that is an Apple one, and I've never used an Apple anything in my life. So yeah, I had to figure out how to work this damn computer, and then I had to install my drawing program on her computer and bring my tablet over. And I was sitting there in the study room, okay, with my headphones and this computer and a jug of coffee. Chain smoking, like I brought this upon myself. I can say, I can be justified. I had like 3 months to do it, okay? It's my problem.
Now, do you feel like you work better under pressure? Do you feel like stuff would, like the end result, like what would you rather, if your brain would let you, would you rather have all the time to do it, or do you feel like the work comes out, the stuff that comes out maybe in a time crunch is stuff that you wouldn't have come up with in any other situation?
Honestly, I think I work better under pressure. Doing specifically, especially the background, okay, because I don't do background often. Most of the time I find it boring. I can do it. If you ask me to do it for you in a commission, I will do it. Don't worry. I can do it. It's a bit of publicity, sorry.
No, we're going to definitely have links for people to be able to find you. So yes.
I find it a bit repetitive. I really like drawing people a lot. That's what I do the most, because I like drawing. I like drawing skin, painting skin. I find it, I don't know, really compelling somehow. And background are not the same, of course. But in this case specifically, I think I like background more than the characters. It's one of the best I ever done, to be honest.
Okay.
I never published it on my tongue directly. I only just reblogged the design post. But it's basically Sam and Dean as teenagers. So they're still around, doing cases with John. Maybe Sam is 15 and Dean is 20, stuff like that. The setting is the suburbs. They're squatting in a house. I suppose that was the idea. And it's night. They're on the roof and they're kind of sharing a beer, a smoke, because I like Dean as smoker. It's the kind of stuff you do when you're a teenager and trying to rebel, seem older, stuff like that. And on the background, there's this whole street in the suburbs, so all the houses and the little grass in front of the house. And there's this figure in background, this shadow that you can see and not see, sort of, in the light of a lamppost, with the two of them being cozy in the foreground in the meantime. So I really liked how the whole atmosphere came out. So I suppose I work best under pressure. If I see I finish a drawing, I close it and I open it the day after. The day after, I hate it completely. So if I always get back and look at it and do it over and over again, I'm going to hate it completely. If I just, done. That's it.
That's kind of Kasey's motto, but where Kasey will say, it's finished when I hate it. But
when I hate it
sounds like every time you look at something, you're like, I hate it. So you're never going to be finished. I just think your stuff is lovely. I'll definitely try to find that reblog that you did of that zine.
I can link it to you if you want.
Yeah, please.
Yes, please. We want to see the things.
Yeah.
Do you have any fan art creators that you particularly love to follow that do SPN stuff?
Yes, of course.
Well, I was hoping. Yes.
Okay, so I think my favorite, there's this one creator called Desert Fox 555, and I found them through this amazing fan art of Sam possessed by Lucifer. You know, the white suit. Seasons, but it was framed like it was a live feed from a news broadcast.
Oh, okay.
And it was breaking havoc in town, and there was this live feed broadcast with him in the background. And I really love how they use colors. It's so sad. And I really, really recommend their art. And then the good, the bad, and the art.
Okay.
DGTBATA. They really have a soft style. The lines are really soft, and they draw a lot of little scenes. I'm really envious because I can really draw characters doing stuff. I have the impression that when I draw, it's like a photograph. It's a moment. Or a portrait, while they have this feel that stuff is happening, and I really envy that in their style. And there was a good friend of mine that I don't think she's posting anymore, SPN Trunk as well.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
They've done some beautiful like dark Sam stuff.
Yeah, they had an amazing style. They disappeared she disappeared for a while now. I don't know where she ended up, but I hope she's doing fine. And I really recommend checking out their blog. They have some amazing stuff. And they were also able to switch between styles sometimes. Also, like sometimes she will do painting, and some other times there was stuff with more a thicker line art, and I really admired that because I suck at line art. My line art sucks.
You do not stop that.
Listen, okay, I don't don't do line art. Okay, what you see when I put stuff without color is my sketch. Okay, it's not line art.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's great. Like I don't understand.
I don't understand. Thank you. But it's not line art because by line art one is like one continuous line around. Usually,
so it never stops. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Usually, it's also pretty clean, and I can do that. I can do clean strokes are my enemies.
We'll give you that. The line art's not your favorite. It's still difficult.
I usually admire artists that can do stuff I can't.
Right. And that's important, right? I think when you get to see the differences that you're like, it can make you want to strive to do it. Yeah. Or just like, no, I know this is not my wheelhouse. I will just admire your greatness from here and just like wish I could do the things. But I know just from what I've seen in your stuff, I'm blown away by what you do. So just know that whatever you do is it definitely has a feel. It brings out emotions. It's emotive. It doesn't have to be clean to have this beauty to it. And I think it's just stunning stuff that you do. And it's very much, I think, you can see it and think this is Tsukiyo's stuff. You know what I mean? So it's got your like stamp on it that this is something that you did. So I think it's beautiful. So
you can see me, but I'm watching.
I think I wanted to give Kasey a chance to ask some questions, and then we're going to like wrap up this lovely conversation that we've been having. Yay, so Kasey, yes, your questions.
My questions. So first of all, if you want to share, if you don't want to, that's totally fine. But when'd you come up with your username? Because me and Sandra were talking about this beforehand. And she was like she asked me how you pronounce it, and I was like, yeah, no, the T is silent. It's like it's a Japanese name. And she was like, oh, is it from an anime? And I was like, I don't think so. I think it's just a Japanese name, but you would be the one to know.
Okay, so no problem. I don't mind sharing. Okay, so a while ago, I started using this name in 2014, I think. Previously to that, I just used my own name to sign my drawings. So it comes from a book, actually, and it was then adapted into a manga and an anime. The book is called Number 6 by Japanese author Atsuko Asano. I really, really fell in love with this book at the time, and I'm still in love with this book at this time. I read it probably 7 times by now. And it was during a period in my life where I was having a bit of trouble, let's just say so. And this book really touched me. And I wanted to integrate something from this book in my everyday life, if you can say that. And also, I'm thinking by the time of changing my name when I signed myself in drawings, because I didn't like using my name. I wanted to use something else, something I could turn into a username. So basically, one of the protagonists in this book is called Nezumi, and Nezumi means rat in Japanese. Among other things, he has these 3 companions that are 3 little mice, and their names are Tsukiyo, Hamlet, and Cravat. And Tsukiyo in Japanese means moonlit night, because that's the color of the food of the little mouse. And it really struck me, and I really like it. And also in Japanese literature, saying the moon is really beautiful tonight. It's a way to confess your love to someone else without actually saying it out loud. And it really struck me, and I thought about, okay, this is a reference that someone who is into the book can understand, subtle enough that's not to punch in the face. I don't really want to for it to suck it out, something like that. And now I'm obsessed again with this book because the sequel is coming out after 14 years from the first book. Yeah.
Wow. Good.
And the characters, finally, we have the characters back, and we see what's going to happen, because the first book ended with a cliffhanger, a terrible cliffhanger.
Oh no, I hate that.
I don't want a spoiler, but you're just nah. And wait 14 years for something like this. It's huge. Maybe if you're in the book club, the Wincest book club server with me, I spoke about it a little bit because I got access to a copy of the book in Japanese, and I'm trying to read it in Japanese.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
How long before will it be a while before it gets translated or comes out?
It comes out in Japanese in a little more than a month, and I don't know if they will ever translate it in English, because I don't think there is an official translation of the first book. The translation is fan-made. It's a really good one.
Gotcha.
So I'm just here trying to read it. Like my language, okay, I got this. I can totally do it.
You can do it. We have faith.
I believe in you.
We have faith.
In you.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I love that. I love the whole like expressing your love for somebody through another way like that. Like, when you can't actually say the words. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I love that. That's super cute. Aw. Okay.
Our tag is a little mouse.
Very cute.
That's so sweet. I love it. Alrighty, last question. You should probably know what this one is, since I know you listened to Jackie's episode yesterday. But adults don't ask other adults this question enough, so I am on a one mortal mission to change that. So, Tsukiyo, what is your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur? Okay. I'd say Brontosaurus.
Yay! That was popular.
Why?
Oh God, I don't know the name in English. This kids cartoon with the dinosaurs.
Oh, The Land Before Time. The Land Before Time.
Yeah, maybe, probably. I don't know.
And then the little, he's called Littlefoot. He's a Brontosaurus.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's called Littlefoot. Yeah.
Piedino.
Very cute.
I love that film so much.
Everybody
And it's
loves that.
got the Sarah, the little Triceratops, and the little Ducky, and the Petrie, and the strange one that doesn't talk. I fucking love that movie. God damn, I love that movie.
In Italian, it's called La ricerca della valle incantata. So,
that sounds so much better.
it's like looking for the enchanted valley, like that. And then the protagonist, little foot, is called Piedino. That means little foot.
So cute.
And I loved it as a child, and I really love brontosaurus because they're so tall and so gentle and so big, big, incredibly big.
Absolutely.
And my second favorite, actually, I had to look it up because megalodon in English.
The shark, yeah.
Okay, the biggest shark, basically. Biggest shark. Like the size of a whale, but it's a shark. I love it.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of large sea creatures. Nobody would ever know. I don't frequently go on tangents about whales. Shut up. Did you know? No, actually, no. Real talk. I'm gonna inject some actual real life knowledge. Did you know that they have found the world's first? Well, they've found it, as in they've identified it. It's probably not the world first, but the first intersex whale.
Whoa! I didn't know.
Right?
Thank you.
Right? There we go. This is the more you know. This is DNA. This is DNA that was collected in the late 70s. So this whale may or may not still be alive. It's a southern right whale, I believe. And they were just testing. Like, you know, science moves on. They do more things. New things, whatever. So they're just running tests on this DNA, and it showed up as a XXY in the chromosome. So it's an intersex whale, and it might still be alive. Unfortunately, they don't know which whale it is because when the samples were taken, the whales weren't tagged, so we don't know. But that's fucking cool. Cool.
We got a whale reference in there. Kasey is happy, so we are good.
So happy. My brain, the little goblin that lives in my brain is now just fucking yeeting whale facts. Like, it's just rifling through the boxes and files in my brain, going whales, because you guys were receptive to my whale fact, and now it's like they want to hear about whales. No, they don't. Stop it.
We do have a couple other things we're going to try to get done today, but this was lovely. We enjoyed talking to you so much. I wanted to ask you one more like wrap up question. And that's just because of your fan art and your experience doing different things in the fandom. If somebody's interested in drawing something, but maybe is a little hesitant or wants to get involved in the fan art aspect of Supernatural, do you have any suggestions or words of wisdom for them?
Okay, so we're talking about someone who has never drawn.
Thinking about it, has drawn, but maybe they're a little like scared or shy about, or they're not sure if their stuff would be good enough to post online. What kind of like, what would you tell them to do to get over that?
My advice is that you have to make the critic in your head shut up. Most of the time, even if you don't love it or if you think it's not good enough, someone out there is going to love it anyway. And I learned it across time because there is a lot of art I actually already posted and I cringe when I think about it. Even something that I posted last year, for example. Every time I see someone reblogging it, I think, oh my God, I need to put that down. So bad. But then I realize this person is not seeing everything wrong with it that you see, because you know what's behind the scene, but the other person doesn't. So they're going to love it because they take it face value. If you keep thinking that it's not good enough, and then it and you don't actually draw, because to get better you need to keep drawing. You're not going anywhere. But yeah, I had actually a phase like I hated everything I did, and at some point it got so much I literally stopped drawing completely for 2 years, and I realized that was a bit of a mistake on my part, because even if you hate it, you have to keep drawing to get better at it. So there's no way around it. So you just do something. Enjoy the process, no matter the outcome, because if you keep going, you're gonna end up on top anyway, trust me.
I love that.
Lovely advice.
Love that. Thank you.
Lovely advice. We'd love to have you come back again just to chat too for something else at some time.
Yeah.
Did you have a fun time with us today?
It was so fun.
Yay.
I'm just afraid my voice is going to sound horrible to my ears once I listen.
Well, we're not listening to the voice in your head that says that it's bad. We're not listening to that.
Yeah, we're not listening to that. You're going to tell the critic to shut up. So that's the thing that we have to tell the critic to do. So that's what we're going to do.
I'll send it over to all my friends once he's out.
Good. But this has been lovely.
Well, I've had such a good time. We've had such a good time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Actually, sorry, this won't take long. I know you have stuff to do.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
It kind of took me by surprise, because I think I gained so much. I don't know. Attention. No. It's the right word. It happened 2 times. One with Caroline, when she invited me for a creator question and ask in the Wincest book club. That's how I found about it, and I was like, "Me? Are you sure?"
Oh.
Then you came out with, would you like an interview? And I was like, me? Are you sure?
Yeah. I think it's important to when I saw your stuff, like I said, it's very moving to me. It means something, and I wanted to talk to you about that. And you're just so much fun. You really are the life of the party. We only chatted with you that 100%. One time. But every time you're in Discord, you make everybody laugh and have a good time. So it was like, we wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about all the things.
It's not even my first language.
You did awesome. You are amazing. I can't believe all the languages you know. It's an amazing thing. We'll have to have you back just to talk about maybe like all the things, all of the ways people should be using Latin.
Yeah.
Actually, if you ever want to do something about the accuracy of the Latin or the legends, because I also have a lot to say about
that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. We could definitely do that, because I know we have thoughts. And so we could have you as our actual like reference, like, nope, this is somebody who could actually tell us the ins and outs of what's wrong and what is in all these situations. That sounds great. Are you good to exit out, or do you need me to exit you out? I wasn't sure. I'm going to exit you out after we say ciao ciao. And then we're going to do our exit at the end of it. We'll do our own little like outro and stuff. But no, I wanted to say thank you. And are we going to see you in Discord for a little bit?
Yeah,
after?
Of course.
Okay, of course. Good. These are all good things.
Thank you so much. This means a lot.
You're very welcome. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your afternoon.
Okay, ciao ciao.
Bye. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Alrighty. That was cute.
They are so cute.
So sweet.
I fully can't.
So sweet. Just was like, I don't know. I'm so like, of course they want to talk to you. Of course they want to talk to you about all the things. So sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet. I can't wait to see what they do
I can't wait
with Need, because I only saw, like I said, saw the beginning.
That's all I've seen. That's all I've seen. I haven't had anything else since that. So I'm like, wait, no, you have more.
Oh goodness. I guess we should wrap up. Do you have any like final thoughts on Tsukiyo's great stuff?
Well, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. The title of my current whip is Latin. And the thing is, I know it's bad Latin because it's from a movie, and I looked it up. And when I looked it up, the translation of it, or rather, no, I knew what I know what the movie says it translates to, but I didn't know what it actually was. So when I looked it up, and like the people on Reddit were like, you wouldn't really use this, but it does translate to this. But you wouldn't, like, nobody would say it like that. So I know it's bad Latin, but no, I'm going to be thinking, no.
Oh, it'll be fine.
No.
It'll be fine. Tsukiyo will give you a pass for that. I'm
I
sure.
hope they
I'm
will.
sure they will. I'm sure they will.
I hope they will. But no, other than that, it's such a fucking joy to talk to artists because I feel like they experience supernatural in a very different way to authors, and it's so great to like. And like I'm in awe of artists. Like I can make words do, you know, with passable success. I'm humble as well, guys.
Oh my God.
With passable success, I can make words do. But visual art is just fucking foreign to me. Absolutely foreign to me. So people that can look at a blank piece of paper and be like, yes, I know what this is going to be. I just, I'm like that gif of the guy who's going, that's amazing.
I think what's interesting too is like just hearing like Tsukiyo talk about how like, you know, don't listen to the critic in your head, you know, you've got to keep doing it to get better. And those are all things that I think are part of like the creative process across the board anyway. Like you don't get better at writing if you don't write. You don't get better at drawing if you don't draw. Like you've got to do the thing in order to get better at it. And just telling yourself, you know, you might think you're not very good at it now, but other people get something out of it, which is important. And then you get better and people get other things out of it or more things out of it. And it just builds, you know, it builds on itself. And I think that that's important. I love that piece of advice. Make the critic in your head shut up. Just tell it to shut up. I think that's important just for lots of things. But no, this is great. This is great talking to them. Talking to another, even though I'm not, you know, I'm not an Italian, I'm an Italian American, but it was just fun to, I just love the accent too. I can't help it. I love it. I love it when I hear that little at the end of all the words, you know, because it just reminds me of my mother when she's saying English, trying to speak the English. Just at the end of it. It's so cute.
Oh, that's cute.
So cute. But we are going to wrap up because we have some other things to do. But yeah, just thank you to Tsukiyo. It was a lovely conversation. Had a lot of fun with that. So we want to thank you for listening and let us know what you thought of the episode. You can email us at idlingintheimpala@gmail.com. You can comment on Spotify in the Q&A section. You can leave a YouTube comment. Join our Discord. That's where Tsukiyo is. And chat with fellow idlers and us in real time. Check out our merch store, which is another fun way to show your support. You can find details for everything on our website. That's idlingintheimpala.com. Want to fuel our supernatural road trip? Consider joining us on Ko-fi for as little as $1 a month. We have perks to go along with different membership tiers and would love to have you along for the ride.
Speaking of perks, we've got special shout outs for some of our Ko-fi members. From our Shotgun Picks and Music tier, we've got Runaway Dreamer, Crowley's Mistress, Sam and Dean 76, and Elia. From our own Mrs. Butters tier, we've got Charlie. Thanks for picking the tunes in the car and keeping the lights on in the bunker. Support like yours keeps our podcast going. Thanks. Don't forget, you can always support us for free by liking, commenting, subscribing on YouTube, and following, rating, sharing on audio platforms. Engagement like that really helps us with the algorithms. All hail their benevolence. As always, we have the causes that we support in the description. So you have LGBTQ plus talking charities from me, you have mental health charities from Sandra, and of course the main causes that we are highlighting, championing, spotlighting are World Central Kitchen and Doctors Without Borders. If you want to know more about these causes, why we're supporting them, what they mean to us, check out idlingintheimpala.com. There's a page there called Cause is Cause with all the details. So with that, we will say a huge thank you to Tsukiyo for joining us. Thank you for joining us in the back seat, and we will see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.